Yeah, so speaking of Disney World, we have another AirTag incident. You know, we talk about them every time. They put the AirTag on the car. They put the AirTag in the bag. They put the AirTag here and there. Did you want to say something? You had a real strong reaction to this.
No, it's just, all of these stories are always very dramatic. And yes, they should be reported. But there's never like an AirTag story that's like positive because they just work. And yeah, that's...
Well, I think it's probably like a bigger picture story about.
I would.
Go ahead. Well, you know what? Well, I'm gonna push my mic away. Go ahead.
I just want to see the statistics of like Apple AirTags misuse versus not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm guessing it's like most likely pretty positive, but I would like to see it. I think everyone would like to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is the way news works, though, Will.
Sure. I get it.
It's you're much more concerned with the potential catastrophic outcome than you are with the likelihood. Like an insurance company, Will. They don't concern themselves too much with the good driver who never crashed in 42 years.
Yeah, just constantly making payments,
This guy's great for us.
Yeah.
They concern themselves and the studies and everything else with the catastrophic failure. With the 22-year-old like Mo, who decides that for some reason he needs to have a red Corvette.
I knew you were coming to me with this one.
And they say to themselves, what is this guy trying to prove? What's going on with this guy? Which is why, particularly in those age groups, when you just recently turned 18 like Mo, in those age groups, it's the riskiest factor right there.
Yeah.
Because,
life is ahead of them.
Well, it's also risk reward. It's all screwed up. You ever been Mo's age before?
Yeah. I remember a time.
Yeah. Risk reward is all screwed up. You're like, it seems like a good risk. Next thing you know, you're face down on a side of the road.
You were gonna say ditch, but it sounded dark. Didn't it?
I mean, what are you dead? Are you dead? I mean, I hope you're not dead. But you learn a lot of lessons at that point in life because your risk reward is so screwed up.
Sure.
Exactly.
So you learn lessons because of it. So hopefully your risk reward isn't too messed up that it is a true catastrophic outcome. But the reason we target as responsible citizens, we target the catastrophic is because if that is to happen, if that is to be negatively impactful,
we will want to know.
Well, we would need to stop it because it's like you in life. Well, you have one bad experience, like you talk about with your Pixel, right? And all of a sudden it's colored like everything, like you can't even reset. If you go to a restaurant, you have one bad experience, you don't go back. You don't go back. People be like, it's the best thing ever. They fixed everything. It's so good now. You'd be like, I'm nervous. I had this bad experience.
Yeah.
And so it's the same thing over here. It's like the reason that this story would surface is because for this person who is a teenage girl who's trying to be at Disney World, she's never going to look at an AirTag as a useful thing. It's always going to be the thing in her life that was being used to track her movements around the park.
Yeah, she's never going to use an AirTag again.
That becomes your experience with the thing. It carves out a different crevice in your mind. You can't fill it in.
Yeah.
It's evolutionary, You got to know. If you're going to get stung, you best know about it.
Oh, yeah.
It's like pain would teach you, you fell off the swing set or the jungle gym. You fell off, Will. And you broke your wrist.
Yeah, an owie.
Next time you look at that thing different, you're like, okay, all right. I'm going to approach you a little differently.
Yeah.
And anyway, so in this case, you have a Tennessee teenager. She was tracked by an unknown Apple AirTag for 4 hours while trying to enjoy herself over there at Disney World. 17-year-old from Tennessee received a notification that an Apple AirTag was moving with her to her car. The teen, Madison Gaston, told local TV news outlet WKRN in Middle Tennessee that she had no idea what an AirTag was. Like, I was clueless. Shout out to D community. Shout out to Mo's Money. And shout out to the Super Chat. Because producing CNN Plus is very expensive.
100 million thus far.
That's how much we've spent.
Yeah.
Right.
Guys, it's a joke. I got to put the disclaimer every time.
Thanks.
You don't have to keep making that joke.
Well, I do because the community loves it, man. They hit me with it. And, you know, they're the boss. The community's the boss.
They are.
So if they love the CNN Plus, then they get the CNN. They love the Mo Money. They get the Mo Money. I don't know if you have a money update for them.
I actually don't. I haven't been checking recently.
Okay, we'll get back to that later. We'll get back to that segment later because it's a very...
Where's Mo's Money at?
Well, it's a very, like, it's a segment that people look forward to. They come to expect. And you show up without, and the dog ate the homework.
Imagine I use that excuse one day.
Kovu ate the Mo's Money report.
Yeah.
And I'm like, don't you do that on like a laptop or
No, I'm still mailing in.
old school? The teen said the location tracker was first detected at 7:09 p.m. and the first notification appeared at about 11:33 p.m. When the teenager clicked on the tag icon that appeared on her phone, she saw a map outlining each of the places she had walked over the past 4 hours. It showed the first destination where it was detected with her. Then it basically draws a line and makes the connections of the points where she had been. I had seen videos of other people warning people about them and what they were basically, so that's how I knew what they were. I did not ignore the notification. Well, lucky you had the iPhone because you probably wouldn't have had the app installed on Android if
you didn't even know what AirTags were.
then very unlikely.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm going to install that app.
You know what? You should.
We all should.
I feel like I'm going to install that app. This thing.
Did you ever?
There's like 10 under your plaid.
I mean,
It's like, oh.
like for sure, some dude. Okay, then maybe it's not a dude. We think the percent chance that this is a dude did this. Go ahead, Mo.
I'd say likely.
No, I'm not looking for likely. Percentage chance.
Okay.
Out of 100.
Yeah, I'll go 70%.
70.
No? You want me to pick, you want me to go either 80 or 20, right?
Go ahead, Mo.
Me?
Percent chance that this is a dude that did this.
100%.
Really?
Yeah. It's got to be, right?
Willie dude's spitting
I don't
facts,
know.
speaking the truth. He's got a little chip on his shoulder today. You don't mess with him today, Mo.
Yeah.
Today's not the day.
Well, you told me that it was going to be a hefty day.
Don't get me started.
So that's
Don't-
why you have that big T over there.
Don't get me started. I mean, it used
And
to.
it's like
It used to be a big T.
it's like 1%.
It's a small T now.
Yeah.
It is super weird to be in this situation. You have the parents there that are frantic, and your whole vacation is kind of weird now. Because you go back to the hotel.
You don't even know. You don't even know who did it.
Nothing. You have no answers. And all you know is that somebody was physically following you for the last 4 hours
Ugh.
in the park and watching you. Well, they could have been. I mean. So this kind of story is not going to go away. The little mini tracker you can place on anybody. Tell you what, man. We sometimes with technology, Mo, you look at it optimistically, which is good.
Which is good.
Which is good. Sometimes it goes Black Mirror, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I was
And-
going to actually ask you, have you been able to use the AirTag in like a useful situation?
I'm not using the AirTag.
Yeah.
You know where to find me. I just felt like saying those
Yeah,
words. It's not
sometimes.
relative to anything. It's not relative to anything. That's like that's like when somebody is like when a fight is gonna break out or something. Someone's like, "I'll see you outside."
Right. Two
Or-
hits.
this is
Me
ki-
hitting you and you hitting the ground. Just like. Why do you do this? We were chatting.
Just abrupt stop.
Did you see what he just did over there?
Yeah.
Wow, this must be CNN Plus. But yeah, the other version of that is, you know where to find me.
All right, yeah.
You know where to find me.
It just feels good.
It does, yeah.
You know where to find me. Amazon workers at second. You know what? I hope everything goes well, and that's it. I really do. I feel bad about those things. I don't like that stuff.
No, nobody does.
I don't like that stuff.